Welcome to St John's for our weekly update. This will be the last of the video updates for a month. Leave in Italy beckons, which will be fantastic. Once again, I'm standing in the north aisle of the cathedral. You'll notice that the walls are bare today, and that is because this morning the exhibition for QCEN, the Queensland Churches Environmental Network, an exhibition of photographs and art that celebrates the gift of the creation, will be going up on the walls. So when you come on Sunday, you'll be able to enjoy that wonderful collection. Today, the 1st of September, is the day that the Orthodox Church holds as the day of creation, so a day to celebrate creation for creation's sake, a day to celebrate the gift of creation as gift rather than just something there for us to exploit as other. So tonight at Albert Street Uniting Church, there will be an ecumenical service to launch the season, which we will unpack and which will unfold for us over the next 5 Sundays. This week we've had some significant news. The Archbishop has announced that he plans to retire next year on the 2nd of February. That will be the 21st anniversary of his becoming the Archbishop of Brisbane. He has led the Church through a really complex time. Royal commissions, child sexual abuse, COVID. He was primate for a significant period while he was amongst us, and he plans to lay up his pastoral staff at the end of the ordination in December. And so there'll be an opportunity then for us to thank him for his ministry, and we'll make sure there are other opportunities to thank him as well. He has provided significant leadership to the Australian Church as well as to this diocese over the time, a legacy that needs to be celebrated, and we are incredibly grateful for his ministry amongst us. We also received news that Arian Miller has been accepted by the Archbishop to enter into the formation process, the process that leads, after much reflection, to ordination. So we congratulate Arian on being selected and assure him and Danny of our prayers as they move through this time of formation and renewal. And we look forward to seeing how that unfolds amongst us. There are a few things coming our way over the next week. Tomorrow is the first Friday of the month, and so we enjoy wine before breakfast, the opportunity to gather together for Eucharist and then enjoy breakfast together. On Sunday we have the Labyrinth Walk after the 9:30 service, and this month the Labyrinth Walk will concentrate on the season of creation. On Sunday night we have mystics, theologians and God-botherers as part of Evensong. This month we're joined by the Reverend Patrick King, who's the priest in charge at Hamilton, and he's going to talk to us about George MacLeod, who was the founder of the Iona community. It should be a fantastic offering. And as always, after Evensong there'll be the opportunity to gather over refreshments to have a conversation with Patrick. Also on Sunday you'll notice the presence amongst us of the Reverend Nicholas Werrett, who is staging a time of prayer and fasting over 9 days here at the cathedral. Nicholas is deeply concerned, as many of us are, by the fact that there are still people in detention 9 years after being placed in detention. We all know what significant damage that does to people's mental health and to their future prospects. And so Nicholas is protesting here, this place that was declared as sanctuary in 2016, to remind the wider public that the issue of our treatment of asylum seekers and refugees still needs to be addressed. There will be a vigil on Wednesday night to support Nicholas in his efforts. So if you'd like to prayerfully support Nicholas and show your solidarity towards people who are seeking asylum, seeking a safe place to be, please come along and join that vigil. And then on Wednesday we have Wasting Time with God, and as part of that Bishop Bill will be leading a panel discussion on how we do ministry in times of emergency. So that will be a very interesting and important conversation. We're partnering with the cooperative, which is based down at Wesley House, for one of their town hall meetings. This meeting is entitled Pride and Prejudice, and it's looking at the way in which LGBTIQIA+ people still face prejudice in our society, and what we as members of communities of faith can be doing to address that issue. You'll find details of all those happenings in service notes this coming weekend on the Cathedral website, on the What's On page, and also in monthly notices for September, which come out this weekend. You'll also find an electronic version of monthly notices on the community page of the Cathedral website. We've been so fortunate over the last few months to capture some incredible gifts for our On The Way podcast. Last week we recorded a podcast with Matthew Anstey looking at the way we use the Bible to consider issues of marriage and sexuality. That podcast will be released in a few months. This week we've released one with the incredible Barbara Brown Taylor, and it's a really important episode of the podcast looking at how we share sorrow and how it's so important to have people in our lives with whom we can share times of deep and incredible sadness, people who will just be there for us and help us by being present, giving us the gift of human presence. Barbara Brown Taylor is an incredible gift, and so if you have not listened to a podcast before, you might like to start with this particular one with Barbara Brown Taylor. We have a podcast page on the Cathedral website that will allow you to find that podcast and the whole series. As you know, each month we have a project that we support through our outreach through offerings, an opportunity for us as a community to look outside of ourselves and to support people who are working at the coalface, as they say, in so many areas. Each year the Cathedral Council, towards the end of the year, decides on the list of causes that will be supported the following year. At the moment, the Cathedral Council is seeking your ideas for causes and people to be supported in 2023. So if you have an idea, if you're passionate about a particular group or agency, please send in your details so that we can add your idea to the list that we consider later in the year. One of the things people really value about the Cathedral is the warmth of the welcome they receive when they come. One of the groups of people who are really significant in that ministry are our stewards. So we're incredibly grateful to them for their dedication and for their warmth and for their attention to those who visit. There is the opportunity to join the stewards at the moment, so if you would like to explore that ministry, please have a chat with one of the stewards or Chris Goulet, who is our coordinating steward. They can give you an idea of what the commitment is. It's certainly a flexible arrangement in that you have input into the roster and so on. And so please do consider being part of the human face of this incredible place and incredible community. And before we have birthdays for this week, can I say thank you on behalf of the team that exercise our ministry amongst and for the homeless. Thank you for the incredible load of donations that are coming our way. Many of the donations arrive anonymously, and so we don't get the opportunity to thank people in person or to send them a note of thanks. But we are incredibly grateful for the donations we receive. It helps us to build community with the people who sleep here overnight, and it's an incredible and great gift, so thank you. And so 2 birthdays this week. We say happy birthday to Richard Fay and to Graham Smith. I hope you both have a fantastic day. So thank you for your contribution to the life of this place. Do have a look at the opportunities to worship, to pray, to be part of conversations that will enrich our common life. Lots of opportunities to be part of the extension of this place, not only through outreach, through offerings, but also through our various ministries. This really is a dynamic place, and it's a huge privilege to be part of its life. Peace be with you.